All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we are going to be taking a deep dive into a book that you all suggested, Bird. Mel Robbins, The 5-Second Rule. Transform your life, work, and confidence with everyday courage. So basically, we're going to be looking at that 5-second rule,
Yeah.
seeing what it's all about, and
Mhm.
figuring out how this can help us be more decisive, take action, and, yeah, just generally, build confidence in ourselves.
Definitely. And I think a lot of people are really interested in this idea of, that moment where
Yeah.
you feel like you should do something, you should take that step, but there's something holding you back. And we're going to kind of break that down today.
Right, yeah, like we're going to break apart that feeling and the 5-second rule itself.
Exactly.
So, yeah, let's jump right in. So the 5-second rule, it's pretty straightforward on the surface, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's almost deceptively simple.
Yeah.
And you feel yourself hesitating before you know you need to do something for a goal, you want to accomplish. Just count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just move.
Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then immediately take the action.
Yes, immediately. And that's the key part.
Like no pause.
No pause. Just go.
It's like a launch sequence.
Okay. But what's going on in our brains when we do this? Because counting down from 5, it feels a bit like a, you know,
Oh yeah, it feels like a gimmick.
yeah, like a party trick.
Totally. But there's actually some really cool neuroscience
Oh, really?
behind
Okay.
it. So your brain, it's always looking out for, threats and challenges, right?
Okay.
And when it senses something outside your comfort zone, it wants to protect you.
Uh-huh.
It wants to avoid that potential discomfort.
So that's like the overthinking part.
Yes, exactly. It
Yeah.
starts coming up with excuses and reasons why you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, like all the reasons why it's a bad idea.
Right. And what this countdown does is it kind of hijacks that process.
Okay.
It's such a short amount of time that it forces your brain to focus on something else.
Mhm.
It's like a little mini reset.
And that's where the prefrontal cortex comes in. That's the part of your brain responsible for planning and decision making.
Right, the executive function part.
Exactly. And by counting down, you're basically activating that part of your brain just long enough to take action before the fear and the doubt.
Can creep back in.
Exactly.
Oh, wow, that's pretty fascinating. Okay, so it's almost like giving yourself a little boost of willpower.
It is. It's like a little mental trick to override that automatic no.
Okay, so we've talked about how it affects our brains,
Mm.
but how does this actually play out in our decision-making processes, practically?
Yeah, well, the interesting thing is that research suggests that if you don't act on an impulse within about 5 seconds, your brain is likely to kill it.
Kill the impulse.
Yeah, it'll come up with all sorts of reasons why it's not a good idea, why you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I've definitely experienced that.
Yeah, we all have.
So by using the 5-second rule, you're essentially training yourself to be more decisive.
Exactly. It's like you're telling your brain, hey, I'm
Yeah.
in charge here. We're doing this.
Right, it's like a vote of confidence.
Yeah, and the more you do it, the better you get at it. You start to trust your gut more.
Yeah, you're building that muscle,
Exactly.
the decision-making muscle.
Yeah, you're basically rewiring your brain to be more action-oriented.
Okay, so we've talked about how the 5-second rule can help with taking action, but the book also talks a lot about confidence building. So how does this all tie into that?
Well, it's all about that feeling of self-efficacy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That belief that you're capable of achieving your goals.
Okay, yeah.
And every time you use the 5-second rule and actually follow through on something, you're proving to yourself that you can do it.
Like you're building evidence.
Exactly. It's like you're collecting data points of success.
Right, and even if it's something small,
It doesn't matter how small it is.
yeah.
What matters is that you did it.
Yeah, like you faced that hesitation.
Yeah, like you faced that hesitation.
Exactly, and you push through it.
You didn't let it win.
Right, and that builds momentum.
Yeah, like a snowball effect.
Oh.
Exactly. And over time, that can lead to some really significant changes in your confidence levels.
So you're basically retraining your brain to believe in yourself.
Exactly. You're shifting your mindset from I can't to I can.
Right, and that's huge because once you believe you can do something, you're so much more likely to actually do it.
Absolutely. It's like you're unlocking your potential.
Yeah, I love that. And the book also talks about how the 5-second rule can help us break negative patterns like procrastination or overthinking. So how does that work?
Well, think about it like this. Negative habits are like well-worn paths in your brain.
Okay, I like that analogy.
Yeah. So when you feel the urge to procrastinate, for example, you're basically just following that familiar path.
Like it's the path of least resistance.
Exactly. But the 5-second rule gives you a way to jump off that path.
Like a detour.
Yeah. It's like you're saying, no, I'm not going down that road. I'm choosing a different one.
Right, and by consistently choosing the path of action,
You start to weaken that old pathway.
yeah, and strengthen the new one.
Exactly. And eventually, the new pathway becomes the default.
So you're basically rewiring your brain to be more proactive.
Exactly. You're replacing those negative habits with positive ones.
And it all starts with that 5-second countdown.
That's the trigger. It's the thing that gets you
Right, it's
moving.
like a little jolt of energy.
Yeah, and it's so important because we often wait for motivation to strike before we take action.
Yeah, like we wait for that perfect moment.
Right. But the truth is that motivation often comes after we've started.
Yeah, like once we get the ball rolling.
Exactly. And the 5-second rule is all about getting that ball rolling.
Like the initial push.
Yeah, it's the spark that ignites the fire.
I love this. Okay, so to sum it all up, the 5-second rule is essentially a tool that helps us overcome hesitation, take action, and build confidence.
That's a great summary.
And it's all based on this idea that we have a very small window of opportunity to act on an impulse before our brains start talking us out of it.
Exactly. It's like we have to seize that moment.
So 5, 4, 3, 1, and go.
Yeah.
All right, so for all of you listening out there, think about an area of your life where you've been feeling stuck or hesitant. Maybe it's a project you've been putting off, or a conversation you need to have, or a goal you've been dreaming of but haven't started working towards yet. Now imagine using the 5-second rule in that situation. What's one small action you could take right now in the next 5 seconds that would move you forward in that area? It could be something as simple as opening up a document, making a phone call, or writing down a to-do list. But whatever it is, commit to doing it right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, and see what happens.
It might just surprise you.
Yeah, it could be the start of something amazing. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the 5-second rule.
Thanks for having me.
We'll catch you next time.
See ya.